everyone, welcome to our first Plastic Clever Schools Day of Action. My name is Amy Meek and I am the co-founder of the charity Kids Against Plastic. Common Seas and Kids Against Plastic run Plastic Clever Schools and are very pleased to be hosting our first International Day of Action. Yep, we've got schools from all over the world taking part. So what does it mean to become a Plastic Clever school? Well, being plastic clever is all about making thoughtful, informed choices to reduce our use of single-use plastics. It's a commitment to minimalising plastic waste in our daily lives by choosing reusable alternatives and raising awareness about the environmental impact of plastic. Now, why is plastic a problem? Let's just take a second to think about plastic for a moment. How much plastic have you seen today since you woke up? Probably quite a lot. You might have used a plastic toothbrush, brushed your hair with a plastic brush, or poured cereal or taken a piece of bread from a plastic bag. It's all around us. Plastic is a really useful material. It's strong, waterproof, long-lasting, and can be used to make so many things. Some of these things are incredibly important and even help to save lives, such as medical equipment in hospitals. Other plastics are not so special and are made to be used once and then thrown away. These are called single-use plastics. For example, did you know across the world we use around 600 billion plastic water bottles every year? If we placed those 600 billion water bottles end to end, they would wrap around the world 3,000 times, with enough left over to reach the moon and back. Plastic is everywhere. It finds its way into the ocean, often from places inland, where it gets caught up in currents and carried across the world. In some places, these currents move in circles and create something called gyres. Here, plastic can circulate for a long time, while it breaks down into smaller pieces of plastic called microplastics. Scientists often describe the water in these places as being like a plastic soup. This isn't great news for the marine life that live in the oceans. Wildlife that relies on the ocean as a habitat or a food source can get tangled up, drowned, and killed by plastic. Did you know that 90% of seabirds are found to have eaten plastic? Seabirds, along with other sea creatures, often mistake the plastic floating in the ocean for food, especially when it's so colourful and bright. Not only is plastic a problem for marine life, it's also driving the climate crisis. Climate change is the change in average weather conditions over a long period of time. Human activities are causing these changes to happen more quickly by adding extra greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, causing more extreme weather events like floods, droughts, and storms. Because plastic is made from fossil fuels, it emits greenhouse gases at every stage of its life. In the next 15 years, plastic is set to contribute more of these harmful gases than the entire USA and African nations combined. So what can we do about it? Well, we can be plastic clever. Be clever about the way that we use or don't use plastic. You can help everyone in your school and your homes become plastic clever. There are 3 stages to becoming plastic clever: inspire, investigate, and act. You've actually already begun. This assembly is the first step to learning more about the problem and kickstarting your journey to make a difference. To celebrate our collective action today, we've asked your teachers to submit evidence of your awesome work. Now teachers, if you haven't already, you could always take a photograph of everyone listening to me now. Don't forget to upload your evidence onto the Plastic Clever Schools website. Now, I'd like to introduce you to a young person who is making a huge difference to the lives of people around her. She's a member of Kids Against Plastic, a youth MP, and is helping her school to become plastic clever. Hi, Inaaya!
Hi, Amy. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be part of the International Day of Action. My name is Inaaya Ijaaz. I'm 14 years old and I'm the Chief Voice Officer for Kids Against Plastic. I am the Deputy Member of Youth Parliament for the London Borough of Redbridge, and I'm a radio presenter with my own fortnightly radio show. My aim is to make a positive difference in our world. I've also started this by pioneering the initiative Plastic Clever Schools into my own school. Tackling plastic waste is so important because plastic is choking our oceans. Did you know that every single year, 8 million tons of plastic waste is thrown into our beautiful seas? This has such a harmful impact on wildlife because they consume all of this plastic waste and pass it down to the rest of the food chain. Ultimately, this leads to a loss of biodiversity and many challenges within the ecosystem. I aim to make a difference by spreading awareness. I spread a lot of my awareness through our Kids Against Plastic Connects, through my radio shows where I speak about the devastating impact plastic pollution has on our environment, and also by initiating Plastic Clever Schools into my own school. You can make a difference too. Have you ever been on a litter pick before? Well, it's quite surprising on some of the things that you might be able to find. Most litter is plastic litter, which is blown out of bins or just dropped onto the floor. This has such a negative impact on animals and our wildlife too. So join me, head out to your local spaces, your communities, your parks, and pick up some of that plastic pollution. Right, I'm off to get started. Good luck, stay safe, and I can't wait to see how much plastic pollution you pick up.